I'm Sabrina Samuels, your lifestyle, etiquette, and relationship coach. You know, life is really beautiful when we make it that way. So let's get started. Hello, fabulous ladies and gents. Welcome back. I'm Sabrina Samuels, and I thank you for tuning in. On this edition, we're going to answer a question from one of my subscribers. She asked me if I would talk about, and I need you, the community, to join in with this conversation by sending me your comments, your suggestions, because she definitely wants to hear from not only me, but the community. So I would greatly appreciate your comments and suggestions to this beautiful young lady. She was married for a number of years and she got a divorce from her husband. And a few years have, gone by, and now they're rekindling their friendship. And her ex-husband asked her to marry him again. And she said, Sabrina, I don't know if I want to go this route. I don't know if I want to go through the trauma, the ups and downs that I had. I still love this man very much, but the red flags were overwhelming. So I said, you know what, I would like it if you would allow me to talk about this on my channel. She said, oh, absolutely. That's why I was calling to ask you if you would do that. I said, absolutely. And let's get the community to join in. She wants to know if she should take him back and remarry him. I'm not going to go into too much detail on their personal business, but he was involved in some pretty heavy-duty things that caused a strain on the marriage. So I want to talk about this and give her some information in terms of how I see it. And I'd love to hear from you in terms of what you think she should do. And I'm sure this beautiful lady will take the advice that we all give her and make a sound decision. The first thing I would do if I were in that situation is I would think about the past. Even though with this woman, things are going better now, the situation that was the problem has cleared up, but she doesn't know whether it will start back up if they get married again, if the pressure of marriage will trigger her ex-husband to fall back into negative patterns. You have to assess where you are. Where are you in life? What do you want out of life? Do you want to take another chance? And if you do, I think you should have counseling. I think that you should really talk about it to the extent of getting really deep. Most people get a divorce because they don't get deep and they don't communicate. You have to. If marriage is not easy, I think marriage is the hardest thing on the planet, to be honest with you. People say, well, you've been married for over 40 plus years. Yes, but I did the work and I endured. And my husband did the work and he endured. It's a give and take. There are two people coming together, two pillars that stand together yet apart. Stand together yet apart. Your personality and your husband's personality, or the person you want to get married to, you both have totally different personalities, totally different backgrounds, totally different experiences. And when you come together, you have to share those experiences, understanding that you might have to bend a little because of what has happened to one or the other in the past to make things work. A lot of us don't want to give. We say, well, we're married now and everything's supposed to be hunky-dory. No, you signed up for a long-term relationship of love. Unfortunately, you'll have disagreements, arguments sometimes. You'll have ups and downs, ins and outs. But you have to determine, is it worth you fighting for? In my case, it was worth me fighting for. Did I want to give up? Most of the time. I wanted to hang in there. Most of the time, he wanted to hang in there. But sometimes I'm sure we wanted to both give up, especially when you're young. When you're young in marriage, you've got a lot of hurdles to jump over. You've got to understand to hang in there, to learn from each other, to communicate. Are you afraid that if you get back into that relationship, the red flags will come back up and you said, see, I told you. Well, you've got to figure that out before you make that decision. You've got to know, can I deal with these red flags? And you and your ex-husband or you and your ex-wife, whoever it might be, you and your significant other, you have to talk about it. You have to get deep before you dive in again. I would go, now this is just how I feel. I would go to a counselor, a coaching session, or a coach like myself, a counselor, professional marriage counselor, and discuss these things so that you both can get them out in the open, and professionals are able to hear what you can't hear. They can share with you what you can't see. It's really important that you make that decision. Also, you have to really think about what drove you to that divorce. What was so powerfully negative that drove you both to divorce? You've got to think about what that was, and then that has to be one of the main topics. Things are going to be rolling smoothly. If you've got a good job, he's got a good job, or he didn't have a good job and now he's got a good job, and now you both are rolling on that plane. That's good. But what happens when the S hits the fan? Because the S is going to hit the fan. The SHI, you know what else, is going to hit the fan. What are you going to do? Are you going to, because I thought I shouldn't have done this. I told you were going to. Nope. That you can't do. You have to have a decent conversation. Now, we said we were going to do this. We're going to stick to it. We have to work together as a team. And it's not going to be fun. It's the most miserable time in my marriage through the 40 plus years was when I had to give in and check me out. See, I don't have a problem with being honest and real with you out there. I could sit up here all fluffed up, looking good, and give you frivolities. But that's not going to help you. I had to work hard on me. And that person, whoever that person is in her life, has to work hard on himself, and she has to work hard on herself. Are you willing to make those changes? Are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to fall on your knees and seek a higher power? That's the only way my husband and I made it. God. I'm going to just be honest with you, God. We had to really talk to God on his terms and on my terms, and go to God on his terms, and we had to listen. A lot of times we don't like what is said. You need to do this, in order to get whatever. We don't want to hear that. We only want it our way or the highway. And here's another thing that is very important for all of us to remember. When you run into challenges in your marriage, you are going to definitely bring up the past. Well, you did this. I remember you start. That's a no-no. That takes you deeper down. If you want to get back together with your mate, you have to move up. And you have to be willing to pay the price to move up. What is that price? Respecting one another, talking to one another, holding hands. Hold each other's hands and pray together. Ask God to help you. We can't see God's work. No more than you can see air, but you can breathe. Hold your nose and your mouth and see if you can breathe. No, but if you open your mouth and your nose, you know that air, even though you can't see it, is there. It's the same thing in a relationship. Sometimes we can't see what we need to see, but we need to follow through positively, lovingly, effectively, and then the next thing you know, you're out on the other side saying, wow, we made it through. Wow, that happened for us. You have to show love instead of hatred. You have to give words of comforting words of communication, love, respect. That's the word I'm looking for, respect, instead of denigrating one another. If we can learn to do these things successfully, then I think reuniting with the person that you love might be a good thing. But see, I'm not this person. I'm not you. I'm me. So I have to decide, like you do, What is the best option for me? Should I stay or should I leave? Should I do this or should I do that? And when you weigh out all the odds, you will come to the right decision. But it's going to take communication, and it's going to take you being around people, like-minded people, who have the same values as you have. You can't be around someone and the husband and the wife, your friends, are having problems, because the man is going to inundate you with his problems, and then you're going to remember what you're going through. Then here comes the calamity when you hang up the phone or when you break away from that conversation, and that goes for male and female. Then here you come with all the negativity. Don't do it. Life is really too short, and before you know it, you're senior citizens. Beautiful in the prime of your life as a senior, it's beautiful. But you don't want to go backwards. You want to go forward. So with that said, I hope that you can give me some input. Give this beautiful young lady some input. How do you feel? It's in my program, School of Opulence. Go to sabrinasamuels.com or just Google me. Then go to the website, the Beckman Method, and then click onto that online training program. That helps. We have a module in there on marriage. We have a module in there on taking care of yourself. A module in there on mapping out your destiny. Couples can actually map out their destiny with each other. It is something that you can do. It's an easy program for you to follow. So I just wanted to throw that out there. You can also have success coaching. I'm a success lifestyle coach, relationship coach, and I have many clients who are doing well because I give them the information and it's up to them to take it and use it. So with that said, I hope and pray that this young lady makes the right decision. She seems to be happy about entertaining the idea, but she doesn't want to fall back into the misery that she was in, and I can't blame her for that. Until next week, I'm Sabrina Samuels. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I wish you love, peace, happiness, and our Heavenly Father's divine order. Talk to you soon. Thank you.